It's often said that nothing worth pursuing comes easily, and building bridges across lines of faith is no exception. It's inevitable that throughout the course of your work and bridge-building efforts, setbacks are going to take place, arguments will arise, and challenges will be faced throughout the process. During this section, we will focus on some of the challenges that Pikes Peak Habitat's Interfaith subcommittee has faced over the years. However, we will also pair this with some tips of how to potentially overcome challenges as they arise.
I think the challenge is I would love to have some younger people. So that's something that I will be pursuing and seeing if we can get some of them involved as well.
As the population in religious institutions gets older, we have to keep finding new ways for folks who want to contribute to be engaged.
Hesitation is a really natural human response. We hesitate all the time, whether it's out of fear, out of self-consciousness, which is probably rooted in fear, or just not knowing. In Zen practice, we work either individually, with our teachers, as a group, to face this hesitation and really dig in. Hesitation is actually seen as a common, natural thing. Can I experience fear and just see it? Oh, this is fear. And then do what is called for. And not become identified by those feelings, not become locked up and unable to help.
Because it is such a diverse faith practiced all over the world, Christianity often takes on some of the elements of the culture that hosts the church or hosts the believers in that particular community. And so in some places, housing is considered almost a right, or in some cases, or in some cultures, a good home might be considered a blessing. And so it's possible that some Christian believers would look on people who are experiencing housing insecurity or homelessness, or maybe just have had to change homes a lot of times, either to keep up with the rent or to find an available place in the family system. There might be some who see that challenge with housing as having some sort of spiritual implication. But I remember the words of our Savior, who said that we ought to do unto others as we would have them to do unto us. And I have been part of communities where fire or flood or even winter storms have displaced people. And if you were displaced, you would want someone to take you in and to make their home your home.
In my church, the principle of self-reliance is a very strong principle. In fact, we have a hierarchy regarding requesting need in our church. First, we rely on ourselves. We do work. We go out there and get a job and get multiple jobs if need be. We do what we can to support ourselves. If we're unable to support ourselves for whatever reason, then we look to our family, then we look to our friends, and then we look to the church. And for some people, they look to the government last, if not at all. But thinking about this question and whether there are certain teachings in our church that may make people reluctant to participate in interfaith building of housing for those who are homeless and in need, I could see some people, if this principle is taken to the extreme, believe that they shouldn't support such a program, that helping these people that should be self-reliant is enabling their dependency. And so I could see that truism being perverted in such a way to ignore the Lord's admonition that we love and serve one another, that we seek to be as sheep and not as goats, that we seek to be on his right side. And how do we do that? Well, Matthew 25 reminds us. We serve and love one another. We feed the hungry. We give drink to the thirsty. I'd add in, we help to house the homeless.
I think the biggest hindrance is fear. So a lot of people just have that underlying fear of what it's going to be like to work with somebody from another faith tradition. So as a Muslim, I can speak on what it's been like for us as Muslims. The fear is, we might force them to convert, we might radicalize them, we might force them to do things that, they don't want to. When we have people visit the mosque, by the end of their visit, they say, we didn't expect this. We did not expect such kindness. The misconception, the misunderstanding, the assumptions that we had were all from what we read or saw on TV. So, and know that it's okay to agree to disagree, right? And it's okay to stick to your faith tradition and also work with other people from other faith communities.
I think taking your time to try and build that group of volunteers and really spreading the excitement. I think when you feel the joy and you feel the excitement, then that spreads, that's contagious. And I think that's a beautiful way to get people involved and to see what others are doing, and also talking about the families. I think when it's on a personal level, this is the family that you can help. This is their story. This is who they are. This is our community. And the stories are beautiful. And I think they're a great way to promote the excitement and the motivation to be involved.
Our experience with interfaith work and just interpersonal work is that people do drop the ball. And it's hard to stay encouraged and motivated when you're watching the ball get dropped over and over. Things get rough, because things will get rough. It's a matter of staying the course and understanding that the goal, what you're trying to achieve, is so much more important than the momentary frustrations that we all experience.
Spend time getting to know one another. Find out what the motivations and the passions are that bring everybody to the table.